Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I am chewing juicy fruit, which I haven't chewed in a while. And I wanted to remind everybody of a simple truth that nobody can say anything about. And that is that as I sit here, somewhere over the next 30 plus or minus days, at any moment, XRP will become the only digital asset, not the only, because you've got like the library tokens that happened to them for the worst. If XRP itself or going forward is declared and judged that to not be a security, it will be the only one in the United States. And that's the fact, Jack. I know where my bets are placed. Now, as a reminder, there's Ripple private equity available on the Link2 platform a little bit. And this right here, when clarity is actually had one way or another, Ripple has said that they're headed for IPO, whether it's here or in London or Singapore, or whatever. I have a feeling that nobody's going to be able to get the private equity between the time it's announced and the time that they actually go public, unless they're on the Link2 platform, because remember, they are going to have secondary market trading soon. But I'm sure it'll be a little more difficult. So the link to this is in the very top of the description of this video. They are my sponsor. Click on the link, tell them DAI sent you. Now, James Flan, he says, this crazy stuff going on, they're talking about UFOs and all. I think that's all a distraction myself. I think that some of the dishonest people that are running our world will do anything to distract away from their crimes. James Phelan, the UFOs are here to pick someone up. Gary Gensler, go home. James Phelan is usually by the book attorney, but today he's throwing out a joke. Maybe the aliens will take Gary Gensler with them. Dark Defender, XRP, hit our Wave B and Wave C targets. I won't read all of that, but I want to kind of show you this because it's coming from two people. Defending 34 cents until the March end will give us the breakout to $1 area first. I'd like to see that. Then eGreg Crypto had tweeted this out, XRP 670 days. Actually, that refers to charting. But I say XRP 30 days because within 30 days, we know something. Or around that is what Jeremy Hogan said. Somewhere in the 30 to 40 days right now is where it's at. That's pretty exciting when you think about it. Many of you don't know. I started this channel in May of 2018. I have been here almost 5 years with the channel. I've been in crypto since 2013. Okay? So, what a long, strange trip it's been. But eGreg Crypto looks like they agree with Dark Defender. I'm still in the camp that XRP will retrace to $1.20, $1.40 before the next cycle. Then Stuart Alderati had this tweet today. Over 40 million Americans own crypto. Most of those are between the ages of 18 and 34 and are demographically and racially diverse. There's a lot of votes. Gary Gensler is a political liability. Everyone shout that from the rooftops to your congressman, because everybody needs to know. Anybody associated with Gary Gensler, if we still have elections, is going to be voted out. That's the plan, Jan. All right. Brian Armstrong has finally decided, I think, that he's going to have to fight the SEC. He's in Washington, D.C. He actually told people he was there and where he was and said, come meet up. And then thanks to everyone. Come and chat. Great to meet with the folks working behind the scenes to draft crypto legislation. Hopefully we can get something done this year. Much needed for consumer protection and to see this industry built in the U.S. All right. And then Mr. Wonderful, who was a major FTX investor and who does not like BitBoy, They don't like each other much. Listen to what he says.
I get up in the morning, I invest in entrepreneurs, but now this FTX hearing that occurred late last year on the Hill has poked the bear, and regulators are now really looking at regulation. You saw Gensler make a move last week against staking. He's on a warpath, and he's backed by a lot of people now, including people like me, who want to see regulation. We want to see some guardrails. I'm tired of going to the Hill for hearings every 6 months for the next crypto company that blows up and goes to zero. Everybody's sick of that. It's now time for regulation.
I hope you can get some of your money back, Kevin, but we do appreciate you being on the show today. Always forthright, to the point, and we love it. Kevin O'Leary, thank you very much.
When they say regulation, what they mean is handing crypto to Wall Street. That's what they really mean. Now, something a lot of people have not thought about, and I typed it out, and it's important that you understand it with this XRP lawsuit. And I want to read this to you and let it sink in. If XRP now and going forward is declared by the court to not be a security, it will be the only digital asset with real regulatory clarity. Bitcoin doesn't even have that. And let that sink in. Now, folks, everybody tries to act like, oh, yeah, well, no. Gary Gensler said Bitcoin's not a security. Jay Clayton said it's not a security. Well, one thing we know about these people is they're lawless. They don't care about what the law says. So, and they're not honorable because they do whatever they want for not honest reasons. And so what's very clear is what they say does not matter. That doesn't mean anything. Till either Congress passes a law, even then these people can't be trusted, but until Congress passes a law, or you're a company associated with a digital asset that gets a court rendering that you're not a security, you're vulnerable, period. So let that sink in. Now, what happens when that sinks in with investors? If they can get it, Gary won't stop. See, there's an assumption out there, maybe by a lot of us for a while, but now I know better. The judges in the judge in the Ripple case said that the SEC has no faithful allegiance to the law. In this case, does anybody really think that, let's say that today they come out and they say, yep, XRP is not a security going forward, and it's not, XRP itself is not a security. Do you think that Gary Gensler is going to say, oh, okay, well, you guys win. I'm going to withdraw all the lawsuits that I have against all these companies, and that's that? No, he's not going to do that. He's going to keep picking them off. It's almost as if a lawsuit, an SEC lawsuit, is your ticket to ride. You have to go through one like a toll booth in order to get through. That's what it's almost like. So, check this out. Wrath of Kahneman had an interesting tweet. He said, weird hypothetical question. If Ripple wins the lawsuit around the same time stablecoins are designated as securities in the U.S., does XRP become more used on exchanges? XRP as Tether, potentially very ironic and strange. And I said, here's another one. Also, if XRP is declared not a security, but stablecoins are declared a security by the SEC, is a stablecoin built on the XRP ledger then a non-security? Or is it a security? The merry-go-round goes on and on. Speaking of Tether, watch this.
Yes. Except, Commissioner Massad, if Tether decides not to redeem, they're not legally forced to redeem because they're unregulated. So if they say, look, you guys want to redeem your Tether for dollars, we don't have to give it to you. I mean, that's kind of been an accusation floating around for a while that they're not redeeming. So could there be a run on something if you can't redeem it?
But then what happens with other stable coins? What happens with the lending arrangements that have grown up around Tether? What happens then to the Bitcoin market because of the interactions between Tether and Bitcoin? There's twice as much trading of Tether than there is of Bitcoin. And if those things start to happen, what happens to Ethereum and other things when people get very nervous about the whole sector? These things escalate very quickly.
No one's ever gotten into the crypto market saying this is a safe bet and it's not volatile. I mean, that's sort of what they've been doing.
Well, that's fair enough. But, when you start to have a market this big, 2 trillion plus overall in the crypto market, there can be consequences to, the broader financial system that we don't want.
All right. And then, so everybody's always been asking, what if they go after Tether? Why have they not gone after Tether? Then you got this, credible rumors that the SEC is going after Circle and USDC next. What in the world is going on? Now, this was an interesting tweet. The SEC versus, you can put this in the All the World's a Stage file, the red file. The SEC versus Ripple lawsuit was powerful enough to make most exchanges delist or halt XRP trading. It was powerful enough to dissolve the Ripple MoneyGram partnership, but it was not powerful enough to dissolve the Ripple and Bank of America partnership. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that the UFOs have come to get Gary Gensler, we hope.